Okay, so last week we started talking about singular and plural. Yes? And we were talking about, as I said earlier, like a cute trick is if I'm not sure if I'm writing or combining correctly the concept, is to say, oh, is this singular or plural, countable or uncountable, because it's related. Like the singular and the plural are related to the countable and uncountable. And this must be also conjugated with is, are, have, has, etc. So that's why it's very important. I see a lot of people, for example, when we said last week, we started talking about or an. And I said a lot of you use the one. I have one friend, right? We don't say that. To say I have a friend, a brother, a sister, an older brother, an older sister, a younger brother, a younger sister. To say 100. The other day, a student said to me, "What did you say?" When I said, "Oh, it takes an hour and a half." And he said, "What? An hour and a half? Why do you say an hour and a half? Why don't you say 1 hour and a half? Because this is wrong. We don't use one for this. We use a and an. So remember, then after we talked about one and ones. And I said that one is basically used so we don't repeat the noun again and again. To say, oh, I love your bag. Which one? Oh, the one you have, the one with the blue ribbon or whatever. To say, oh, why don't you use that, the dress that you used, for the wedding or whatever? What, the red one? So again, so I don't repeat again and again, we use one and ones. And then we went on to talk about, okay, so we know now singular, plural, countable, or uncountable. We started talking about quantities. And again, correct? I said if we're talking about something that is countable, like people, to say, oh, how many people are coming tonight? Correct? To say, oh, not many. Yes? Or to say, yeah, there are many people waiting for you in the classroom, to say something. But if we use much, yes, so we could say, for example, how much money do you have? How much money are you earning? And so to say, oh, not much. And that's it. Because from a yes perspective, we should not use much. So we use a lot of. So yeah, I make a lot of money during the week, to say something. Yeah. And then we said if the quantity is not that big, we can also use few to say, hey, do you know, to say, I don't know, do you know many Australians? Oh, a few. So not a lot, but a few. Yes, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a small group. And to say, oh, I need to speak to you. Can we talk? Yes, I have a little time to say a little free time tomorrow afternoon. Can you come maybe a little bit earlier before class? Yes? So again, this demonstrates a small quantity. But we also use another concept which has nothing to do with quantities. It's just to say, yes, we have, no, we don't, etc., etc. So nothing to do with quantities. Just saying, is it existent or not? So here we have any and we have some. So any, correct, we only use for questions and negative. And some will be used for our affirmative sentences. Okay? So if I use any, it doesn't matter if it's singular or plural. That is not the idea here. Yeah? The idea is to say, do you have, yes or no? Does it exist, yes or no? So if I say, for example, So if I say, for example, are there any students waiting in the classroom? Yes. You could probably say, yes, there are some students waiting in the classroom. Yeah. If the answer is no, you would say there aren't any students waiting in the classroom. Okay, so here you can see that we use the any for the question, we use the any for the negative, and then we use the some for the affirmative. Here also, you can see here I'm using plural, and here's my other plural. Yes, I can also use for singular. So if I were to say, for example, is there any milk in the fridge? And again, here I'm using is. Why? Because milk is uncountable. If it's uncountable, it's singular. So milk is the it. And I use any because I'm asking a question. I can change from is and are and, for example, say, do you have any children? It doesn't matter if I use he or she also, because here I'm using do, so I use you. But if I say, does she have any children? It doesn't matter. So here, do, because I'm using the you, the does is the she, the have is going to be the same verb. I'm using the any, and here the concept is plural. And I could continue using for different times. So I could say, for example, will you have time? Will you have any time tomorrow? Because if you say to me, for example, hey, I would like to talk to you. And I go, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm very busy this week. To say, oh, will you have any time tomorrow? I can come early if you want. So I'm using it for the future. I can use it for any time. It doesn't matter. It's just saying, like, is there or isn't there? That's it. And here again, if I respond yes, so to say, yes, there is some milk in the fridge. Now here, there is some milk in the fridge. How much? I don't know. I don't know. Could be half a bottle, maybe nearly nothing. It could be. And so how do we quantify? To say, hey, if I call my daughter, right, and I go, hey, Tori, is there any milk in the fridge? And she might go, yeah, Mom, there's still some. Oh, okay. But how much? Do I need to buy? Oh, better buy because there's very little. See? Quantity. So some and any do not in any case indicate quantity. Yes? And again, do you have any children? So to say yes. Would you say I have some? Not really. This is a question to say, yes, I do. In this case, then you would say, oh, well, how many children do you have? Because you wouldn't say, yeah, I have some children. Like, doesn't make sense. So it also has to do with context. But if we say there aren't any students waiting in the classroom, and we go, yes, there are some students waiting in the classroom, it's okay. Now, we also use some in questions, but there is an exception. And what is this exception? So we use some in questions when we offer something. For example, when I say, would you like some coffee? Okay, would you like some coffee? Would you like some tea? Would you like some water? Always when you offer, you use some. And then if you're asking for something, so when you ask for something and you say, excuse me, could I get some water, please? And so now you are asking and you would like somebody to give it to you. It's very easy. That's why I leave it for the end, because it's no more than that. That's it. It's very general. It's very generic. It doesn't discriminate between if something is countable or uncountable. Whenever I go to the supermarket, I go, excuse me, do you have any AA batteries? Oh, yeah, they say. Go to aisle 10. I'm pretty sure there are some in that aisle, right? If I go to aisle 10 and I start looking and I go, I don't see any. And so the guy goes, let me have, oh, look, there are some. And he indicates to me where I can find. So it's very, very common from, let's say, a supermarket or from a food perspective. The same, for example, if you work in hospitality and you work in the kitchen, usually the people from the kitchen say, oh, could you just say something, Ana Maria, could you go to the storage and grab me some lemons? Yeah? Or could you go and get me some, in a restaurant also when they're taking orders, oh, excuse me, do you have any red wine? So the any is referring to, do you have yes or no? So you, oh, yes, I think we have some. I think we have some Cabernet and some Merlot, but that would be it. I'm not sure about the rest. You see? So some is going to be yes, and any is the question. Copied? Yep. Okay. Let's see. Unit 76. Let's go. Unit 76, please. Okay, some and any. So she says some. Oh, I have some money. How much money does she have? We don't know. Correct? Okay. Ana Maria, do you want to read for us?
Use some in positive sentences. I'm going to buy some clothes. There's some milk in the fridge. We made some mistakes.
Okay, good. So some clothes, it's plural. Some milk is uncountable. And some mistakes, plural. Correct? Yes? Any. He says, I don't have any money. Use any in negative sentences. Okay, John.
I'm not going to buy any clothes. There isn't any milk in the fridge. We didn't make any mistakes.
Correct. So here we're using exactly the same concepts. It doesn't matter. Some is the yes and any is the no. That's the only thing that matters. Okay, let's continue. It says any and some in questions. So it says in most questions, but not all, we use any, not some. So, Fernando, when you're ready, is there any milk?
Where is it?
Here.
Is there any milk in the fridge?
In the fridge.
In the fridge.
The next one. Continue.
Does this have any friends?
Okay.
Do you need any help?
Okay, good. So, only any for questions, just general. Yes? It says we normally use some, not any, when we offer things like, would you like? Lexley.
We normally use some, not any, when we offer things. Would you like? Would you like some coffee? Yes, please.
Continue.
Or when we ask for bean, can I have some? So please, yes, help yourself. Can you lend me some money? Sure. How much do you need?
Okay, good. So, would.
Would.
Good. Money.
Money.
Yeah, don't say money, okay? Money. Can you lend me some money? Sure. How much do you need? Okay? So as you can see, we normally use some when we offer, so this is the best way. It doesn't say, hey, do you want some coffee? Right? So when you say, do you want some? It's probably somebody of confidence, yes? Like a family member or somebody you know. But normally you would say, oh, would you like some coffee? Would you like something to drink? Correct? But yeah, do you want? Or some even say, do you wanna? No. Would you like? That is a better answer. Would you like? Yes, please. Or when you ask for something, to say, oh, can I have some soup, please? I always tell you guys, I prefer could. Could is more educated, it's more polite, it's more respectful. To say, oh, could I have some soup, please? With could, you will never fail. But can I have some? It's okay. But can is very strong. It's very dominant. So yes, help yourself. Can you lend me some money? Sure. How much do you need? Okay? Could. Yeah. Remember we saw that a few weeks ago? It says some and any without a noun. Aaron. Can you read,
Take
please?
any pictures.
Yeah.
Just have to stuff.
Yeah.
You can have some coffee, but I don't want any. I will just make some coffee. Would you like some? Where's your luggage? I don't have any. Are there any um, disputes?
Lucia, sorry. Would you prefer to go to the kitchen? Like, I have no problem. If you want to discuss something, go to the kitchen, work it out, and then come back. Continue, sorry.
Okay. Yes, there are some in the kitchen.
Okay, good. So what it's saying here is I don't need to repeat myself again and again. There's no need for that. Just like we were saying like a couple of weeks ago, when I said, for example, oh, my hair is longer than yours. I don't need to say hair. I don't need to say my hair is longer than your hair. It isn't necessary because we're talking about hair. Or to say, oh, my car is bigger than, or your car is bigger than mine. Yes, I don't need to repeat the car. So here I'm doing exactly the same thing. To say, hey, did you take some pictures from that party we went to on Saturday? No, I didn't take any. But John took some. Could be. So here it says, I didn't take any pictures, but Jessica took some photos, some pictures. You can have some coffee, but I don't want any. I've just made some coffee. Would you like some? So now we're offering. Where's your luggage? I don't have any. Are there any biscuits? So here you can see, where's your luggage? Luggage is uncountable. Where is? Here we're using where is. And it's telling you it's singular because luggage is uncountable. Yeah, so luggage refers to the bags, the suitcases, but as a whole. So where's your luggage? I don't have any. So this is no luggage. Are there? Now we're going into plural because biscuits is countable and plural. So are there any biscuits? Yes, there are some in the kitchen. Okay? Good. And we can also combine, so we can also combine any and some with thing or body or one. When we say body or one, this is talking about a person. Now, I know we also have, correct? So let's think about this. When you go to somebody's house, hello, anybody home? Hello, anybody? Anyone? Hello, right? You don't know. You're asking a question. But then if I see people moving inside, oh, I know. Look, I think there's someone inside. I'm pretty sure I can see somebody inside. So there you go, yes. Or you might go, oh, I don't think anybody is home. And so you leave. I don't think anybody is home. Anyone is home. And you leave, you go. Okay? If, for example, I'm washing the dishes and I have a window, in my kitchen where I'm washing and I see like a shadow and, oh my God. And what happened? Oh, I think I saw somebody outside. Are you sure? Let's go check. No, I can't see anybody. Are you sure? Yeah, I kind of saw somebody. So again, it means in the same context as question, yes and no. What about when we say everyone, everybody? Everyone gets this confused because we know that every means each. But when I say everybody or everyone, this refers to each person. So I go each person as in you, as individuals. But then I do the collective, okay? And so here I can say, oh, everyone, let's evacuate. We need to evacuate. So I'm talking everyone as in all. And when I go nobody, what does that mean? No one. Zero. Zero people. Okay? So that's how that works. And when we talk about thing, it's a thing. It could be anything. You know, whenever I finish explaining something, and I always say, does anyone have questions? I always ask, does anyone have any questions? And I go, does anyone have any questions? And usually I get crickets, no answer. And I go, and I always say, no one? No one? Okay. So because I didn't get a response. So it's like, oh, nobody? No one? Let's continue. And I usually continue. Or I might say, does anyone have any questions? Anyone? No? Okay. And then let's continue. So you see, this is something that we use all the time. You know, when, for example, if they're looking for volunteers or somebody needs something, usually on Facebook, when, you know, people post and they say, oh, does anyone know? They don't say somebody because it's a question. So does anyone know if you can do this? And people respond and say yes, or sometimes they say no. Okay? Good. So something, somebody, or someone. Hi, Shay, how are you? She said something. I saw somebody or someone. So it doesn't matter. You can say somebody or someone. It's the same, body and one. Would you like something to eat? Something, anything. Somebody's, you see how this is abbreviated? Somebody's. So this is. Somebody's at the door. So it's like, oh, I think somebody's at the door. I'll get it. And the person goes. Correct? Anything, anybody, or anyone. She didn't say anything. This is also common when sometimes you say something and maybe, you know, I'm watching TV or whatever and I kind of hear it. Did you say something? Yeah, I was asking you about da. Or maybe sometimes you think somebody is saying something. So, did you say something? No. I was just talking to myself. You know, it happens. Sometimes you're thinking and you're speaking, right, your ideas, and the person, it happened to me this morning. I was on the public transport. I was coming to work, and the guy said to me, sorry, are you talking to me? No. I'm talking to myself. You know, just trying to remember what I had to do today. So, yeah. So, hi, John, see ya. Have a good shift. So, you know what I mean? Like the guy said, did you say something? Are you talking to me? It was like, no, nothing. No. Yeah, I'm just talking to myself. So also the typical gossipers, yeah? When you know, it's like, oh, I heard you were with Angela on Saturday. So what did she say to you? Nothing. No. She must have said something. Like, what were you guys talking about? Did she say anything about mum and dad? No. She didn't say anything. Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure. You know what I mean? That is gossip. That is something that you always do, right? If the boss calls you and maybe your supervisor is like, what did the boss say? Did the boss say anything about, you know, the shift? Did it say anything about the pay? Did it say anything about the holidays? No, nothing. He just asked me about the orders and the inventory. Are you sure? No, because I know he said something. No. You know what I mean? So, again, a lot of people assume. So she didn't say anything. I didn't see anybody or anyone. So you see, negative. Are you doing anything tonight? Question. Where's Sue? Has anybody seen her? Question. Okay? So any questions? Very clear, right? Super clear. Okay, let's continue. So let's start with some exercises. Now, these exercises are super easy. If you just apply the principle that we just learned as to, what did we say? So any is going to be question, no. and some is going to be yes. Correct? So on that basis, I bought some cheese. It's yes. But I didn't buy any bread. It's a no. In the middle of the room, there was a table and some chairs because it's a yes. There aren't negative any shops in this part of town. So what I'm trying to say is that not necessarily do you need to understand all the sentence to fill in the blanks. Gary and Alice don't any negative. Do you have question any brothers or sisters? There are affirmative some. Do you know any? Good. Would you like some? Because we are offering. When we were on holiday, we visited some. Good. Don't buy any. We don't need any because negative. I went out to buy some bananas, but they didn't have any in the shop. I'm thirsty. Can I have some water, please? So you see, it isn't difficult at all. Whose phone is that pinging? Yeah, can you put it on silence, please? Good. Okay. So now, here we have some concepts in the box. Yeah. So the idea is to add some and any plus the item. Okay. So the first one says, I want to wash my hair. Is there any shampoo? It says, the police want to talk to you. Fernando.
They want to ask you any question?
No,
Some.
because it's an affirmative. So they want to ask you some questions. Okay, Angela, I have my camera.
But I didn't take some picture
No, didn't, negative.
in the picture.
I didn't take any pictures. Ana Maria. 4.
Do you speak any foreign languages?
Good. Do you speak any foreign languages? Is correct. Good. Let's see. Aaron, number 5. Yesterday evening.
I went to a restaurant with some famous man.
Okay, look at me.
Yeah.
Friends.
Thanks.
No. Friends.
Friends.
Better. Okay? not friends, because I can't understand what you're saying. Friends.
Friends.
Yes. So it's friends. Good. Yes, sounds better. So with some friends of mine. Good. Leo.
6.
6.
Can I
Have.
some milk in my coffee?
Yes. Can I have some milk
Ah,
in my coffee, please? Shed. 7.
The radio isn't working. There aren't any battery in it.
Batteries
Battery.
with S. There aren't any batteries in it. Good. Lexley.
It's hot in his office. I'm going out for some fresh air.
Okay, again. Please repeat. I'm going out.
I'm going out.
Yeah? So, open the mouth, right? For some fresh air.
Air.
For some fresh air.
For some fresh air.
I'm going out for some fresh air. Good. Lucia. 9.
9. Do you like any cheese?
No. 9. Doesn't say do.
9. Would you like cheese?
Okay. So would you like question?
Any cheese?
No, because you are offering. So when we offer, what do you say? Some. Would you like some cheese? Yes. No, thank you. I've had enough to eat. Okay, Angela, last one.
Any help?
Yes, I can do this job alone. I don't need any help. Yes, because it's negative. Yeah, good job. Okay, making sense? Yep. Okay, good. Okay. So these ones, correct, we said that we can replace the some and the any. So it says complete the sentences, use some or any. So for example, when we say Kate didn't take any pictures, but I took some. Where's your luggage? I don't have any. Number 3, Ana Maria.
Do you need any money? Oh, thank you. I have some.
I have some. Good. Can you lend me some money, Angela?
Haven't any.
No. No. It's in simple present. Lexley, you want to help? 4, please.
Saying I haven't any.
No. Leo. Thank you. I don't have any. But I don't have any. If you're going to use haven't, girls, you need to use got, which is British. Okay? So if you're going to use haven't to say, I'm sorry, but I haven't got any. You can't say no, I haven't, because no, I haven't, correct, doesn't mean don't have. Haven't got. You must use the two together. Here, the tomatoes in the shop, Lucia, number 5. It said the tomatoes in the shop, look, didn't look very good. So it isn't present.
I wasn't.
No.
Using present.
Yes. No. Ana Maria?
I didn't.
So I didn't buy any. So what happens? If this is past tense, this is simple past, wasn't refers to a person. So for example, if I say to you, Lucia, my mother is Mary and my father was James. I'm saying that my mother is, she's still alive. My father was, not anymore. So when you say I wasn't, you're talking about a person, not an action. When you say I buy, and then you say negative, I don't buy. If it's negative, I bought. And then in negative past tense, I didn't buy. You don't say I didn't bought. Because the timing is here in didn't. So always the verb is infinitive after. We only use verbs in past tense with the affirmative forms. I bought, I went, I saw, etc. Okay? Good. Let's see. Aaron, there were some nice oranges. 6.
So I buy some.
No. There were, again, the same
Okay.
as
I bought
Lucia. So I bought some. Shed, how much coffee did you drink yesterday?
I don't drink any.
Yesterday?
Oh, I didn't drink any.
I didn't drink any. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't drink any. Okay, let's go to the last ones. And then we're going to do some practice. Okay, let's see. Last one. So it says something, somebody, or anything, anybody. A woman stopped me and said something, but I didn't understand. What's wrong? There's something in my eye, correct? When you're walking, and sometimes you go, oh, what happened? And you start, oh, I think I have something in my eye. It says, do you know anything about politics? Lucia, anything.
Anything.
Good, beautiful. I went to the shop, but I didn't buy,
Anything.
right? Do we say, but I didn't buy nothing? No. Very common. I hear this,
Yes.
huh? Right? I didn't buy nothing.
I speak like that.
Really? You shouldn't. So you say, I didn't buy anything. But look, I'll show you something. And this is also what we're going to be looking at this week. What is the difference between anything and nothing? So I went to the shop, but I didn't buy
Nothing.
anything. Yeah. So when do we use the nothing? When this is affirmative. Look, I went to the shop and oh, but I bought nothing. Wait, sorry, but I bought nothing. So essentially, these two are exactly the same in meaning and understanding. Yes, in comprehension and what we want to say. I went to the shop, but I didn't buy anything. I went to the shop, but I bought nothing. So basically here, this has to be affirmative, and this is your negative, which means nothing. Okay, let's see. Next one. Okay, so it says number 5. What are we going to say? Somebody, or we could say someone. It doesn't matter. Body or one is the same thing. So somebody or someone has broken the window. I don't know who. There isn't. This is negative. Anything in the bag. It's empty. I'm looking for my keys. Has
Anything.
no, not anything, because I'm looking for my keys. So has anybody or anyone seen them? This one, would you like, question, something to drink? Good. And this one, I didn't eat anything because I wasn't hungry. This is a secret. Please don't tell
Anybody.
anybody or anyone. Okay? Good. Yeah? Super easy, right? Easy peasy. Lexley, how did you go? Good? Okay. Now, let's go here. Okay, so this should have been done last week, yeah? Where you guys had to write about your diet, your menu, whatever. Remember that we were looking at an example about what the person had eaten the day before. Okay, so did everybody do this one? This comes from this one here, remember? This was complementary. You've all got it. We did countable, uncountable first last week. This one, it's probably at the end. No, it's in there. Yeah. Yeah. There it is. Keep on going. Okay, everyone there? Yeah? So this one we did together, and then you were supposed to do this one for homework. Okay? If you haven't done it, do it now, please. What did you have yesterday for breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
What we need to do.
Yeah. So looking at this example here, you can do this one. Hola. Hola. Ahí te mandé el número. Ah, súper. Ya. Ah, sí, 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 está mi hija. Así que ningún problema. Listo. Mi casa es una casa, así que no van a tener mayor problema. Ya, súper. Ya, gracias. Ok, bye. Okay, we done? Ready? Not yet? What did you eat yesterday? No? Not ready yet? Aaron, you ready? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I just write down what I ate yesterday.
Absolutely. That's what I want.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had bread for my breakfast. At lunchtime, I ate pork barbecue with rice.
Okay.
And for dinner, I had noodles, which made of vegetables, vegetable, eggs together. Yeah, okay.
Okay. When you say, I had bread
I had bread.
for breakfast.
Yeah.
Just bread.
Yeah, just bread.
Just bread. Like no butter on the bread, no nothing, no. Huh?
The bread is made of like nothing on top of it.
So when you say bread, is it like a Chinese bread?
Yes, on the bread.
Oh, okay. And so you guys on the bread, you put something on top. I'm just curious because I understand that normally Asians, correct? They have like food for breakfast. It's very common, you know, to say, oh, for breakfast I have noodles, I have rice. So I'm like, bread, I've never heard that one before.
Because I have to start my work in 9 o'clock. I don't have much time to eat my breakfast.
Okay.
Just get something easy.
Oh, so you have something easy. Okay, perfect. Like a sandwich type thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you said for lunch you had what, sorry?
Pork barbecue with rice.
Okay, so we always use our adjectives before.
Okay.
So it's, I had barbecued pork with vegetable. And then the last thing you said, I had for dinner Noodles?
and made of vegetables.
When you say,
vegetables,
sorry, made of vegetables. So you're saying that you put the vegetables with the noodles.
yeah,
Okay, so you would say not made of. So I had noodles
with
with vegetables and fish,
balls,
fish,
balls,
fish balls.
Yeah.
Okay, and
eggs.
eggs. Okay. Was it like a stir fry or
No, it's
no?
like for your eggs in the
Okay, so you would say with.
Yes.
Okay, because if I say, for example, what's it made of? Yeah,
okay.
it means what are the ingredients. So to say, for example, if I'm eating the noodles and I go, what are these noodles made of? And you go, oh, these are rice noodles. Oh, these are, because you guys have so many noodles, sorry. It's, let's say, flour or, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, got it.
That's how you made them. So it's very different. Okay, good job. Leo,
You finish.
I haven't finished yet. Lexley, not, I haven't finished yet.
I haven't finished.
Okay, Angela,
I was talking for today.
about today.
Yes.
Good, I don't care. Come on.
Today was activity and busy day for me.
Okay,
That's why my breakfast started very late at 2 p.m.
okay.
I ate
Oh, wait a minute, your breakfast started.
at 2 p.m.
Yeah, why do you say your breakfast started? How does a breakfast start at 2 p.m.?
because my normal
No, but
breakfast is at
The
9.
logic.
Okay.
How does a breakfast start at 2 p.m.? Or you had breakfast at 2 p.m.?
That's why.
No,
Because
it's
I
not the
was
same.
busy.
No, but you're not saying the same thing. You're not saying the same thing. You are doing the action. You are the subject. So you say, I had, let's say, a late breakfast at 2 p.m., which is basically brunch. So you didn't have breakfast because it was too late. You had brunch.
Because it's okay. I try to speak about how is my schedule for my diet.
I understand.
Yeah.
But the way that you are expressing yourself
Yeah.
is not logical or correct.
Okay.
It's not the fact that you eat at 2 p.m. It's how you're saying it. You
Yeah.
say, my breakfast started at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
But breakfast is food. How can breakfast start at 2 p.m.? This is what I don't understand. You ate at 2 p.m. Look, if we are at a hotel,
Yeah.
okay, just to give you the idea,
Yeah.
because I understand where you're coming from, okay?
Yeah.
And you might say, for example, excuse me, what time is breakfast?
Yeah.
And they say to you, breakfast starts at 10 a.m., right? Because they're talking about the breakfast service. And so they serve you from this time to this time. If you say to me where I work, they give me breakfast and the breakfast starts at 2 p.m., absolutely. But I don't think that's the concept, right? You're saying that you ate at 2 o'clock. Yeah, so you ate, not that the breakfast started.
That's difficult for me, you know. And I ate eggs in an omelette and cucumber.
And cucumber.
And cucumber.
Okay,
At 3 p.m. was my lunch.
okay.
I ate fish and potato. And that's are my all food for today.
Okay, so at 3 p.m. was my lunch. Okay, again, we go back to the same. You need to clean your structure. You need to organize your IDs. Because otherwise, it's not that I don't understand you, but you're not doing it correctly. And so you're going to continue making the same mistakes. So instead of saying at 3 p.m. was my lunch, you should always subject, auxiliary, verb, complement. So I ate lunch at 3 p.m.
Oh,
I had lunch at 3 p.m. See what I mean? Yeah. And so that's what I was saying, the same thing with the breakfast.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. And so, you still haven't had dinner yet. Oh, are you going to have dinner? So when you say you have a special diet and that, do you eat like every so many hours and then do you fast until the next day? So you're doing intermittent fasting. Oh, nice. Okay. How many hours?
16.
16. Shit. Wow. Yeah, I have some students, they come to school and sometimes at 11 o'clock, excuse me, and they go to the kitchen and they have their eggs, you know, or their thing prepared and they go, sorry, because I have to eat at this time because they're doing the fasting. Yeah. Good on you. Good. Are you seeing the results? Yeah. Oh, nice. That's important. Yeah. Okay. Ana Maria, how'd you go?
Yesterday, I made pancakes, eggs with bacon, and coffee for breakfast.
Okay. Well, you're like me. Same thing. I eat a bunch. Yeah. I'm very convenient.
Afterwards, I had a banana.
Yep.
And at lunchtime, I ate spaghetti. At the end of the day, I had a chicken wrap.
Nice. Did you have any dinner? That was the afternoon, and that was it.
Yes.
Okay. Nice. So in the morning, can you go back again? Yesterday morning, what did you have? Pancakes?
Eggs with bacon and coffee.
Bacon and eggs and coffee. And then at lunchtime, what? But the thing is, she's so tiny. She's so skinny.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti for lunch, and then you had a chicken wrap in the afternoon, like
Yes,
for like
And
the
protein.
for like the dinner. Wow. Okay, Leo, ready? Oh my God, you must eat a lot, huh? Okay, Lexley.
Yesterday, I ate very healthy.
Okay.
Is correct.
Yes.
I had a cereal, meat, and a banana for breakfast.
Okay.
At lunchtime, I ate salad and chicken. For dinner.
For dinner.
For dinner, I had salad and fish.
Yeah.
And then I had herbal tea.
Oh, herbal
Herbal tea.
tea. Okay. Wow. Meat for breakfast. Milk. Oh, milk.
Milk.
Oh, because I heard meat and I was like, oh wow, so much. Yeah, because you're saying you had chicken, and I was like, oh, a lot of protein. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, you guys finished? Fernando, Lucia, not yet. Okay.
What do you say?
How do you say?
How do you say I eat egg on arepa or with arepa?
Okay, so you are correct, because if you have the arepa like this and then the egg on top, right? So you would say, I had an arepa with an egg on top. So you would say, I had an arepa with an egg on top. If you don't want to say had, you can also say I ate.
I ate, yes. I ate
Shed, you ready?
an arepa.
Oh, okay. Leo, go for it.
Okay. Yesterday for my breakfast, I
Yeah.
prepared
I prepared, yeah?
bacon and eggs
Oh, nice.
with a cup of chai latte.
Okay. Can I ask you, when you guys, Ana Maria and Leo, when you say that you ate eggs and bacon, how did you make your eggs? How did you have your eggs? You had scrambled with milk.
With bacon.
Oh, with bacon. Oh, you scrambled with bacon. Okay. And you?
Scrambled.
Scrambled too. Okay. And you?
Scrambled, but sometimes I like making an omelette because I want to put on top the arepa.
Yeah.
And cheese and ham.
So there are many different ways in which we make eggs.
Yes.
Right? You had eggs. Oh, no, sorry. You had eggs too. So how did you have your eggs in your noodles? Were they boiled?
Yeah, like boiled.
Boiled. So question, soft boiled or hard boiled? So soft boiled, we use like the egg cups when you boil the egg and you put the egg in the cup and you go tick 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 tick, and then you open the egg and inside it's like runny. Yes? So this is soft boiled. When you cook for more than maybe 7 minutes, now the yolk is fully cooked. So this is hard boiled. For example, I make hard boiled eggs for my daughter to take to the university. So then she just peels the skin and eats them. But soft boiled, you can't do that because soft boiled inside is runny. You eat like with a spoon. It's different. When also you have eggs, we do fried eggs. You can do scrambled, so scrambled, yes. But you can also do fried eggs. So fried eggs can be sunny side up. I love mine sunny side up. So meaning sunny side up, let me show you better. There are many, many different ways in which you can cook eggs. Poached, exactly. And so poached, correct, is when, for example, you have boiling water with vinegar, you pop the egg in, and the egg, correct, remains runny. So this is what we call runny. Here you see these are soft boiled. These have been cooked, but usually the soft boiled, as I said, you open and it's runny. You can eat it with bread. Medium, and here hard boiled is fully cooked. Here it's talking about, look, sunny side up. So meaning that it's still runny on top. Yeah, I like it like this. You've got the fried egg, you've got the fried and steamed. So fried, and then they put the lid. So then they steam, they cover. And over easy means they fry on both sides. So fully cooked, you see? And then you have your scramble. The American scramble is when they put cheese, like you were saying. And yeah, different things. And you've got your omelets, okay? So there, you have different coctions of eggs. It might seem like something very trivial, but actually, you know, when you go to a restaurant, if you ask for eggs, they always ask you. Like this is what I was saying. This is the one I wanted to show you as to the soft boiled. This is soft boiled. You see what I mean? So when I say you put in the egg cup and then you open the egg and you eat it, I like this one too.
Can I say well done or no?
You can, yes, you can say well done. Like me, essentially. That's what you're saying. I, for example, I sometimes like to get the bacon and egg roll, and I always say, please, can I get my egg, my bacon and egg roll? I say, can I get with the eggs running? So because I love it when, for example, when let's say I close the bun and I burst the yolk and the yolk explodes, because then I have yolk through the whole bread. But if they give you, because sometimes what happens when you buy the bacon and egg roll, they cook the eggs. I don't know, when you go to the train station, you see, they have all the eggs, yes, and they go, oh, bacon and egg roll, and they have them ready, and they put them, but they're well done. They're overcooked. And so I go, no, I want a bacon and egg roll, but eggs runny. So they have to prepare in the moment, you see. And so I squash it, and then I love that. Huh? Yeah, that it's all runny. Because also here in the bacon and egg roll, they put like the barbecue sauce and the ketchup or tomato sauce. It's like, no, I don't like that. I like just the bacon and the egg. So this is why I was asking you. They always ask. You were saying, look, sunny side up, over easy, medium, or well done. Yeah? So yeah, that's why it's important to know your eggs. Okay, let's continue. Here, so we need to check what is correct and what is wrong from a singular and a plural perspective. Yes? So let's see. And this will be the last exercise for today. Please continue working with this, because during the week I'm going to be alternating between the grammar and between the practice. Okay? So this one says, to use this computer, you need a permission. No, we don't need our permission, because permission, yeah. What happens if it says, oh, you need a permit? Of course. Yes, a permit is the authorization, like the card. Like when you are driving and you want to park in a certain area and it says, oh, you need a permit to park here. Yeah, you need permission. So also you have, for example, oh, you need, let's say, a permission slip, a permission letter or something, you know, to say, my daughter from her school, when they would take the children on excursions, they always would say to me, oh, sign the permission slip. Mom, you didn't sign the permission slip. And I would have to sign and send back to the school. See? So here in this case, no, we do not use the A. Yes? So you need permission from the boss. Oi. We're looking for a place to rent. Does this have problems, yes or no? Or is it okay? It's okay, isn't it? Yes, it's okay. Nothing wrong with it, you see? So this is what you have to do. Change what is has to be changed, and what is not, put okay. Here, we're late because the traffics are terrible. No S, right? But what else? If I have here no S, Lucia. So is, right? Because traffic is uncountable. Good job. Yeah. So we're late because the traffic is terrible. Now, it can't be is because it says we're late. We're late. So already in the past. So we're going to say we're late because the traffic was terrible. Another one. He had to leave the college because of a bad behavior. No A, right? So he had to leave the college because of bad behavior. I phoned my brother to wish him good luck for his exam. It's okay. Good, Angela. Yeah, it's okay. It's a pity Rebecca had her hairs cut short. Hair, just hair, right? Good. Yes, good job. So it's a pity Rebecca had her hair cut short. Now, hairs, you can have the hairs on your arm. You guys, you have hairs on your chest. Well, not you. No. Don't worry. Women like no hair probably. Anyway, but no, really, like you have the hairs, right? You have the hairs. These are what we consider kind of individuals, yeah? But this is full hair, so no. It's not a bad room, but the furnitures take up too much space. Furniture, right? Because it's uncountable. Good. Yeah, so it's not a bad room, but the furniture, yes, thank you. Very good, yeah. Hey, you're good with the grammar, huh? But takes up too much space. Okay, as an old friend, may I give you an advice? Some, because advice is a plural concept. Recommendations. So, some advice. We didn't have the most up-to-date information. It's okay. Good. The checkup was less unpleasant experience than I had expected. The checkup was no. Huh? Was a list. Good. But Angela surprised me last minute. How's that? Good job. Good job. Yeah, she is correct. So yeah.
because you really need to, right? Porque tú me dices now, because that's what I'm good job. Yeah, when you're reading, because you good. Very, very good. Okay, you go for another. Thank you.
Oh, shit. Oh, Aaron, I'll give you. Oh, you're gonna be here for a week. Oh, let me get. Okay, yes, that was the answer. So please continue with these exercises. I'm going to be, like moving, as I said, back and forth here and there. This week, tomorrow, I'm going to continue. We're going to, as I said, we're going to look for something, someone, somebody, nothing, no one, nobody, okay, etc. Yeah? And then continue practicing. We're going to continue practicing with the 22, the 23, the countable, uncountable. Needs a lot of practice because here is where I see a lot of mistakes, especially when people are writing. Okay? Good. I'll see you guys.
Thank you, teacher. Bye-bye.
Thank you.